to make things easier, to make things more simple, we have to create some simple conversion. So if you are, I suppose I am saying for no, just write it separately. How can you judge what is the difference between no and the stranger circle? There should be something in difference. So to know no, you will always write it with the help of cross. Is it clear to you? Vaibhav, don't worry. See, as I said, 5 questions are enough. Even 500 are not enough. It's all about learning. If things are not clear in a single question, it will be of no use for the next one. Anyhow, I'm moving towards the next one, hoping that the things are clear to you. Again, I am not going to explain some not condition until and unless I will find the correct answer from your side. That's the 100% accuracy. Okay. The next one. Let's initiate, students. Here it is. No P is Q. No Q is S. Some S are T. I think you can convert your Venn diagram. Yes, over imagination is not needed, students. So first conclusion is no P is S. Second is no P is T. Third is no Q is T. Can I have the responses? Let me convert the Venn diagram. Because it is no P is Q, so what I need is a complete cross in between P and Q. That's our representation. The next is no Q is S. So this is a relation between Q and S. So you will represent like this. Maybe you can write it somewhere here. It doesn't matter. But there will be a cross between Q and S. Then it is some S R T. So there is something in common between S and T. Yes, what are the answers? All wrong, all wrong, all wrong. Okay. It seems like you are now clear about no. All the 3 are wrong because there is no complete cross existing. Very good, Raja. Lakshman, Arijit, Minsi, Nandan and everybody. So, because the first is no P is S, I thought what I need for this, I need a complete cross between P and S. I noticed P is here, S is here, and there is nothing cross visible in my Venn diagram. So why we are taking so much of tension? Just cancel it out, okay? Second is no P is T. It will be correct only if there is a complete cross between P and T. I noticed P is here, T is here. There is nothing in between P and T, neither directly, not because of any circle. So why I am taking tension? Just cancel it out. For no Q and T, again, I want a complete cross between Q and T. Q is having a cross with S, but S doesn't capture T inside. So that's what is wrong. Now, for confirmation, student, I am including one more thing here. So I hope you will mark it correctly. If you can answer it properly, I will be okay that this no condition is clear to you. I am adding something here. Removing the sentence. And the sentence is like this. All S are Z. And next is all Y are S. These 2 I have included. It means you will have the circle like this because all Y are S, so entire area of Y will be inside this S. And as I said, all S are Z, so outside S you have to write Z. Now I just want to ask you 2 conclusions. The first one is for no only, student. It is no Y is Q, and the second one is no Z is Q. Can I have the responses? What do you think? Which one is right? Right now I have given you 2 new conclusions. Hello Shrikant, very late student, you are in class. If you are late and if you are not having the idea about this chapter, statement and conclusion, that is syllogism, you need to start your class from the very beginning, otherwise it will create a lot of confusion. Nandan, are you sure that both wrong? You know, you said initially that we need a complete cross between 2 circles that will, if it is existing, that shows cross. Do check out once again your answer. What you need, just learn it and you will get the correct answer. Let me explain. See, most of you are saying that first is correct. So this is what first is, no Y is Q. Just imagine what you want. If it is for this one, this will be considered correct if between Y and Q, I will have a complete cross directly or with the help of any circle. It doesn't matter. So this is Q having a cross given to S, and S captures the entire area of Y, full area of Y. So something which is for S and Q will automatically for Q and Y because of the circle S. So I am getting what I imagined for this, right? Next, no Z is Q. It will be correct if there is a complete cross between Z and Q. Here is Q and here is Z. Q is having cross which is given to S, but this cross is not for Z, as Z is not inside S like Y. Is. It's very simple thing, student. Like, for example, I am inside this room and this room is in a building. So we will be a subset of for this building. Like, so whatever will be for the building, what will be for us. Correct. But whatever is for me, I am inside this room, is not for this room. But for room, whatever is for me. Right? The reverse. Same thing, you can visualize it easily. As S is the outer circle, so whatever is for S will automatically will be for this Y, but Z is outside circle. I am not getting a cross here. That's why it is wrong. Is this clear to you people or not? The very first learning, where no is correct, where no is wrong. What actually the meaning of no is. I think if it is clear to you, then we can move towards the next one. That's the condition of some not. Clear? Okay, very good, student. So let's talk about the next part, that is some not. So let me write one example. And then what happened? You are saying no, ma'am. Is there any issue? Not clear. Which part is not clear to you? No, Shankar, possibilities are not asked in your examinations. Which part is not clear to you, Nandan? First one. Okay, I will repeat that thing. I will include the previous learning also in here in this example also. Okay, don't worry. No Y is S is not clear to you, Nandan. No Y is S. It was something else, I think. Are you asking me this thing, that A, this is B, this outer is C? Which one you are not clear? No A is D, no C is D. Which part is not clear to you? Nandan, your query. Rest of the student do try this. Then I will explain. This first or the second? See, if you are saying that no A is D is not clear to you, you know what, for this, Nandan, you know you need a complete cross between A and D. So this is A, which is completely inside D, and this cross is existing between A and D because of this mediator circle B. So this one is correct because of this mediator circle B, because this B is capturing A. Correct? This one is wrong because for no C is D, we need a complete cross between C and D. And can you see that this cross is for B and D, not directly for A and C it was given. This first was hidden information, whereas you can directly check out this thing. You need a complete cross between C and D. Can you notice that between C and D, you are not having a complete cross given. This cross is for B and D, and B covers A, because of which A and D is having cross, or no. But for C and D, you are not having a cross. That's why it is wrong. Is it clear, Nandan, now? Now let's talk about this one. First of all, the conversion of the Venn diagram will be like this. All A are B. Second is some B are C, so you will convert it in a simple way. Then no C is D. To represent no, you will denote with the help of a cross. That's it. Okay. Now let's talk one by one. First of all, in the very beginning, when I started my session, I told to you guys, if you are talking about two circles, where in between these two circles, you are having something positive information is given. So negative, if not given, then it will be a doubtful situation. If you can remember, I have given you two circles like P and Q, where 50% information is given, rest of 50% being a doubtful situation was wrong. I said to you people, students generally focus on the blank area, and they think that blank is some knot, is a different thing. So blank is not some knot, it is a stranger part. Let's talk one by one. We have given in between A and B. Can you see that there is a positive sharing between A and B? As I gave you one simple rule in the very beginning, if positive information is given, then negative will be wrong. You can cancel it directly. Because of which, you can cancel it directly. Otherwise, if I tell you something in a more clear way with the help of example, the meaning of this sentence is, if entire area of A is, let's say 1, this A will be inside B, the entire area. But what about this rest of blank portion of B? It is not like it is different from A, but actually this thing is not given to you. If you can remember, I gave you this example. So this is just a question mark, which we really don't know that it will be 1 once again. In that situation, both will overlap and this will be wrong. Maybe it is 2 or 3, then it will be correct. So directly in between A and B, you are having positive information. Here the negative conclusion about this rest of outer area of B is just a question mark. You can judge it. That's what I said to you people. I gave you this example also, that if I am saying that in your class only 50% students are present, it means 50% students are present. What about the rest of 50%? That is just a question mark. If you are trying to infer it, you are trying to derive it with the help of data, you will say rest of 50% are absent. But we don't need any inferences, student. You are converting it with the help. You are not giving me conclusion. You are giving me inferences. Later on in analytical reasoning, we will have a statement, assumption statement, conclusion statement, inference kind of things. Don't infer it, conclude it, which is visible. If I ask you the inference, some B are not A will be a correct inference because it is a derived form. Possibility. But if I am asking you conclusion, you will say about this rest of blank area, I am not having any information and that's why it is wrong. Clear or not? Let's talk about this one. Some C are not B. First of all, I will check out what I am having in between C and B. I noticed in between C and B, we have given positive information only. Can you notice this thing, that in between C and B, you are having positive information. So because of the first rule I told to you, if positive information is given for any two particular circle, for those two circles, at least negative will be a doubtful situation, because of which you can directly cancel it out. Moreover, if you want a clear explanation, for B and C, you have just given a 50% information. What about the rest of area of this B and C is totally a question mark, as I gave you one example like this. In B and C, both 1 and 1 is common, but this rest of area of B and C is just a question mark. It can be filled with the same number, or maybe it is totally a different number. So this is matching with this example, that 50% students are present. I am having this information that 50% are present. About rest of 50%, I don't know whether they are present or they are absent, as I have not given any clue. That's so simple. So you can cancel it out. Now let's talk about this one. Some D are not C. I will check out what exactly I have given for D and C. I notice for D and C, I have directly given a complete cross. So like I asked you one question in the beginning, if you can remember, I am writing it once again for this A and B. Suppose I am asking you this thing, some A are B, you will say yes, it is correct. told you earlier, with the help of 100 rupees, I said, if I'm having 100 rupees, I will have 20, 30, 40, 50 rupees automatically. So sum is a subset of all. Similarly, if it is no C is D, like total area of C is different from D. So if I'll ask about this 10% area of C, is this different from D or not? You will say it is different because it is totally different. So sum naught is a subset of no. Because of this complete cross in between these two, yes, it is correct. Alright, now let's talk about no B is D. You know that it is our previous learning. It will be correct only if there will be, remember one thing, student, sum naught is a subset of no. No needs a complete cross. Sum naught is a subset of no, where no needs a complete cross. For no, you check out always a complete cross, because your conversion for no is a cross. So you will do the same kind of things, right? So it will be correct only if I'm getting a complete cross between B and D. But I noticed B is here, D is here. Both are behaving like a stranger circle. I'm not getting any complete cross. This is wrong. Is it clear to everybody, or you are having any doubt in your mind? If clear, then I'm going to give you the next question of the same category. Well, I will include no and sum naught both. Clear or not? Any query? Anything you want to ask me? Clear? That's fine. If you can understand the sentences now, student, this topic is so easy that with the help of Venn diagram, without writing anything, you can judge entire everything. That's why I told you that Venn diagram is the only method that will give you the clear explanation. Everything will make you understand. Okay, let me give you one next question. And the statement is like this. No pen or pencil, all pencils are eraser, some pen are ink. Okay, let me convert it in the form of Venn diagram so that I can think that what conclusion I can give you. So this is pen. Okay, this can happen in exam, student. No, you don't need a lot of practice. You just need clear understanding of the chapter. You know, student, both the initials are same, and generally we are having the habit of writing the initial letters. So sometimes it can happen in exam. It can happen with me also, right? Because the initial are same, and I'm having a habit of writing the initial letter. When same it is, do remember. Otherwise, you will find something wrong unnecessarily. This is my experience, that's why I'm telling to you. While explaining the doubt section, I wrote the initial letter and in confusion marked the wrong answer. So that's why I'm telling you, okay? The second one is all pencils are eraser. So outside pencil, you will write eraser. And then some pen are ink. This is the conversion. Now, confusion part. The first one. Some pencils are not pen. Second one is some pen are not ink. Third one is some eraser are not pencil. Fourth is no ink is eraser. And fifth is some pencils are not. Okay, I have given this thing already, so no need to write it. One second. Can I have responses, student? Only one follows, okay? Rest of everybody do share your answers. All right, Shiva. Lakshmi, Shankar, Kasani, Sai Kumar, Ramesh, Mincy, everybody. All right. So you are correct. Let me explain. Some pencils are not pen. Let us check out what kind of information we have given for pencils and pen. I noticed pen is here, pencil is here, and there is a complete cross between. Ajit, what you are saying? First follow, okay, then it is correct. So between pen and pencil, we are having a complete cross, means no is given. And some pencils are not pen, obviously will be correct, as 50% area of pencil will be different from pen, as it is totally different. So your answer is correct, student. Second is some pen are not ink. We notice that for pen and ink, we are having positive information given. So don't take tension directly, it is wrong, right? The thumb rule I told to you. For some eraser are not pencil, we will check out what we are having. As we can see that for eraser and pencil, we are having positive information given. So this rest of erasers will not be similar or will be similar is a doubtful situation. Let's not take so much of tension and just cancel it out. For no ink is eraser, we need a complete cross between ink and eraser. But we notice that ink is here, eraser is here, totally written as separated circle, not having any sharing, not having any cross. Being a stranger, we can cancel it out. Very good student, everybody, all of you, your answer is perfectly okay. It seems like you now got the point that where it is correct, some not, and where no is correct. Is it clear, student? Yes, Nandan. Is this clear to you? If it is clear to you, then let me tell you something which is new which is something a new learning. You know that we solved some questions here, and with the help of these examples, we are able to judge where no is correct, where no is wrong, where some not is correct, where some not is wrong. But especially for some not, no, sorry, possibilities are not including in your syllabus. The questions of possibilities are not asked in RRB NTPC, so don't take tension. Alright? Okay. Now let me give you the next point. It is a condition of either or. Just learn this important thing. I will tell you first of all, I'll make you understand, and then I'll ask some questions so that we can check out the things are clear or not, okay? See, listen, Sai Kumar, actually student, here is a new thing now. You have learned this thing, I have noticed in your answer, you know where no is correct, where some not is correct. So the next thing, student, is to understand the condition of either or. Either or is a condition where the question comes like, yeah, they all are same. If you can understand the things, it is all again same thing. I said to you that you have to learn only 3 things: some not, no, condition of either or. Correct? You have learned no completely. You have learned some not 80%. The next 20% I will explain after this either or. Now the third thing is either or. Just have a look on this. Student, if suppose I am converting a Venn diagram like this, some A are B, some B are C. If we analyze actually these 3 circles, you will get something which is very clear. That is, for A and B, we are having just 50% information given. About this rest of A and B, we are not having any clue. For this B and C, we are having 50% information given. About this rest of B and C, we are not having any information given. Tell me something, do you have any idea about A and C right now for this conclusion? Of course, you will say that we are not having any idea about A and C. To check out this thing, that it is clear or not, if suppose I am giving you one conclusion, like some A or C, what you say thinks that it is right or wrong? Tell me, what you think, is this right or wrong? If I'm asking you some A or C, this is right or wrong? It is wrong. Why? Because we are not having anything in common. Nandan, it is wrong, na? Why you are writing yes? Don't say yes after so much of explanation. If you will answer like this is something, yes, okay. But Naresh, we are not talking about can be. We are talking about is, are, surety. So I notice that here is A, here is C. There is nothing in common which I want for this, and that's why we can say it is wrong. Now just remove it. Just remove it. And let me ask you, so doubtful is always wrong, okay? For doubtful, say it is wrong. If I say no A is C, tell me this is right or wrong? Is this right? Or this is wrong? No, A is C. This is right. But it seems like I have just wasted your time. Is it so, student? If not, then what answers you are writing? For no, what you need is a complete cross. Do you have any cross existing between A and C? No cross is there, so it is wrong. Just say this. Exactly. That's all. Now, let's talk about something new. As in between A and C, we cannot judge anything because both A and C are strangers. So, I am talking about strangers this time. I am talking about a stranger's circle, right? So for a stranger circle, the answer is some or the answer is no. We really don't know. We say that first is a doubtful, that's why is a wrong. The another is a doubtful, that's why it's a wrong. But a student, we are having only two ways. There is a positive conclusion which is in the form of some, either or all. There is a kind of negative conclusion which is in the form of no or some not. If I'm asking you that I'm having two ways, but I asked you separately the first one, that some is correct or not. You said that it is a doubtful situation, that's why it is wrong. I agree with you. If I gave you the first one which is no, you once again said the same thing, that it is a doubtful situation and that's why it is wrong. I agree with you. Totally. But if I'm giving you both the things together, what you will say then? If both the things we are having, we don't know whether the first is correct or the second is correct, but one is going to be surely correct because actually we are having these two way outs only. So listen one line carefully. Every single circle which is existing in the Venn diagram is connected with another Venn diagram, either with some positive sharing or maybe with some cross which we said as a no or some not. But what happens actually with us? Examiner always give us some 50, half of the information, and that's why we cannot conclude the surety, and for doubtful situation we always says that it is wrong. That's what we have learned earlier. But for two stranger circle, if I am giving you both the way outs together, you will say we are not confirmed about the first one individually. We are not confirmed about second one individually, but one is going to be definitely correct, and you will say it's either or condition. So, if suppose the first conclusion for stranger A and C is given like some A or C, the second one is given like no A is C, whether or no C is A, does hardly matters because no A is C or no C is A, both are same thing. So you have noticed, if you are thinking about the first one individually, this is wrong. Once again you are talking about same thing A and C. It is not like this, student, that earlier you are talking about A and C, then you are talking about A and B. It is not a complementary pair. Complementary pair needs two things. You are talking about the same circles like A and C in both, and one is a positive one, another one is a negative one. In between two positive sentences there can never be either or. In between two negative there cannot be either or. Either or exists for opposite. If one is positive, another one should be negative. Yes, it's a complementary pair, student. So right now, first is wrong individually, second individually is wrong, but I notice that we are talking about A and C only, so one will exist definitely. As if both you have given, your final answer will be either one or two. The thing is clear to you people or not? Tell me. If it is clear to you, then I'll give you the same category of question so that you can judge your answers. Clear? So let me give you one question of this category. Okay. Can I write directly Venn diagram, student? Do you need sentences or directly I can write the Venn diagram? Because yeah, Vaibhav, you can say in this way also, when subjects and predicate both are same, then only we can use the complementary pair, but it needs some and no. Between some and some not, complementary pair will not be there. Sentence needed? Okay, then I will write sentence. Sorry. Can I have the responses? Can I have the responses, student? Maybe the answer can be either or and this, like this, okay? Options I'm not writing because you can choose options easily. First and four. First and four? Really? Shiva, can you recheck your answers? And. Either or and is a huge difference. Venn diagram will be like this. All A are B, some B are C. It is between B and C, it's not between A and C. Okay? And then no C is D. Across between C and D. Now, let's check out one by one. First is some A are C. This is A, this is C. I am not having any comment sharing, and I will not imagine extra that A is inside B, B is inside C, so A can be inside C. I said initially it's not a liquid which will get mixed. Circles are there. If sharing is there, you can see with some common part. If no is there, you can check out with the help of cross. There is nothing extra unnecessary that we have to include from our side. Okay, so this is not visible here. It is wrong. Maybe some of the students are thinking in this way that entire area of is inside B, some area of B is inside C, so maybe A is inside C. If it is, it will be visible. Maybe I am not asking you. Okay, next is some C are not D. Here in between C and D, we have given a complete cross. Have you missed this one? You have missed the second one, that you have directly given a complete cross between C and D. So if I talk about the 50% area of C, it will obviously be different from D. As some not is asked for no, so some not is subset of this no. Yes, of course it is correct. Third is some B are not C. Now this is B, this is C. For B and C, you have given 50% positive information. But what about the rest of 50% area of B and C? We really don't know. You can cancel it out directly. Fourth is no A, C. For this no, we want a complete cross between A and C. But you notice that A and C are written separately, behaving like a stranger circle. So this is again wrong. But have you noticed that you have earlier already checking the things about A and C in the first part. Again, you are checking out the things in the fourth part. I said to you that some plus no makes a complementary pair, which we write as either or condition. If individually both are wrong, if individually some is wrong, individually no is wrong, but for same subject object, if it is given, it is a condition of either or, because one is going to be definitely right. I am not having anything about A and C, but I am confirmed either one or fourth, one is going to be definitely correct. So the answer will be second and either 1 or 4. This is the answer. Yes, Vaibhav, for either or condition, it is highly needed that both are individually wrong, because if one is confirmed, why you will take another one for help, right? If this second is correct, then it is correct. I don't need anything complementary pair for this correct conclusion. Is it clear to you or not? Check out the things and tell me if there is any problem. Okay. This is clear? One more question for practice for this category. Let me give you one more question of this category. Yes. And now I am going to directly draw the Venn diagram, student, okay? You can judge it. It's not some extra imagination, right? It is some P are Q, some Q are R, all R are S, and no S is T. Conclusion part first is no R is T. Second is some QRT, and third is no QST. Can I have the response? First, either 2 or 3. Okay, Kasani. First follows, or maybe there is a condition of either or for 2 strangers. Sai Kumar, student, you have given me half answer. Your answer is not complete. Let me tell you. Now it's complete. So for no RST, you need a complete cross. This is R, this is T. This cross is given to S, which is covering the entire area of R. So no RST is obviously correct. First one is surely correct. Second one is some QRT. Some QRT will be correct only if there is sharing, but there is no such sharing. This is cancelled. The third one is no QST. It will be correct if there is a complete cross between Q and T that's not visible. So this is again wrong. But what happened? First surely is correct. We notice that we are talking about the same subject and object with some and no condition. So it will make a complementary pair. Our answer will become first and either second or 3. Is it okay? So you have learned the topic already. I hope this topic is now not that difficult. They're left with one condition. We left with only one condition, that is the condition of sum naught for stranger circle. That's the last thing of this topic, and after this the topic will be complete. The last thing is a condition. You have to learn this thing now, student. It is especially, I am writing this heading, so please, what you have learned, don't mix it with this last point. It is sum naught condition for strangers. Okay, but before explaining this point to you, I will definitely like to tell you about what you have learned already. Initially, I am going to ask you only one simple conclusion. Which topics, Raja? Which these 3 topics? I'm not getting. I'm telling you the example of sum naught, what you have learned already. What you are going to learn, I'm writing that thing also, and then we'll find out the correct answer. Okay? Let me write something in board. The first thing is, this is one Venn diagram for A and B. This is another Venn diagram for A and B. And there is the next Venn diagram for A and B. You know one thing, these 3 are not strangers, but these 3 circles are basically known circles because we are having some information about A and B given in first, second and third. Now, because we are talking about sum naught, so we should have a very clear picture in our mind that what we are learning this time and what we have learned already. So, my conclusion, which I am asking to you, tell me where it is right. Tell me this thing, that sum B R not A is correct in which Venn diagram? In Venn diagram number 1, in Venn diagram number 2, in 3, or in all? In 3. Exactly, Lakshmi. You are very correct. Because in first, we are having 50% information given. Here, sum naught condition will be wrong. Here, we are having positive information given. It will be wrong. And here, it will be correct. This is what you have already learned, correct? Now, as the heading is sum not for stranger, so that you cannot mix the thing, that's why I wrote this thing already. These things we have already learned, and these are for known circles. Now, let's draw some Venn diagram, which is for stranger circle. Even if I'll ask you one thing, that some, because some A are not B and some B are not C will be for known, so I will ask for A and C, okay? If I'll ask you for some A are not C, again you will say that this is wrong here, because our entire Venn diagram is positive. So everything positive if you have given, how can we conclude things like sum not, which is a negative one? You agree with this point or not? Say yes and or no. If you agree with this, then I will add one next thing, which is actually you have to learn for this part. Here A and C are strangers, but some A are not C will be wrong, because we are not having anything given for A and C. You agree with this? Okay. Now let's talk about strangers. What is the difference? The difference is we are talking about this kind of Venn diagram. This is A, this is B, and this is C. There is a difference. In the first Venn diagram, A and C are strangers. A and C are strangers here too, right? But in first one, to conclude this conclusion, some A are not C as a right one, we have given everything positive. So we are having one thumb rule that if everything positive is given, we cannot conclude any negative one. So this some A are not C even is wrong here. We don't need to check out. We can directly say, no, nothing negative is given, so everything negative will be wrong for such kind of Venn diagram. But let's talk about this thing. Here A and C are stranger, but some A are not C. I will check out, because between A and C there is a cross existing. So there is one more learning, student, that in known circles also sum not was correct because of this cross, or we can say that sum not is always correct, not always, okay? We have to check out the conditions. Sum not is correct when there is a cross existing. If there is no cross existing, don't need to check out sum not, directly say it is wrong. Fine, because sum not was not correct here. We were not having any complete cross given. So we directly says that the condition of sum not were totally wrong here. Here it is right because of this cross. I think you are getting what I am saying. You agree with this point? That sum not being a subset of no is correct because of no, which we represent with the help of cross. Agree, student? Say yes, no, something like this, so that I can continue. Yes, all right. So here I notice that some of the area of A is inside B. I am checking between A and C because of this cross. Okay. Here I notice that some of the area of A is inside B, and the area of A which is inside B will not be similar to C, or we can directly say that some A are not C is correct. But it seems to be quite difficult. Maybe sometimes you will get confused. So let me tell you something extra that will help you. You know, student, the conversion of some A are C, that is some C are A, is correct. Either I am saying some A are C or I am saying some C are say A, both are correct. But some A are not C and some C are not A, there is a great difference. Because you are talking about sum not, I will explain this part separately once again. But before this, let's focus here. If suppose I am saying there is one set, like, okay, let's denote it with the help of P and Q, because I have already written A and C. So let's say there is a set P, which is 1 and 2. There is another set Q, which is 1, 2 and 3. Now, if I am saying, all not is sum not, Sai Kumar. All not means sum not. Only means all. I will tell you the keywords at the end of the session, don't worry. So, if I ask you people, tell me the conversion of sentences because of the information I have given to you, what you will say? You will say because of this 3, because of 3, which is not present here in P, you will say that some Q are not P. Correct? But in reverse, can you say the same thing for P? Tell me, can you say some P are not Q is correct here? No. In reverse, you have to say that all P are Q. So this is one learning for you people, that the reverse of sum not is not necessarily true. It can be, it cannot be. So it matters a lot from where you are initiating. I mean, you are initiating with A, some A are not C you are saying, or you are initiating with C, that means some C are not A you are saying. It matters a lot. Okay, so with the help of this example, I just want to make you understand this thing. The reverse of some not is not necessarily correct. It is a doubtful situation. So you have to focus for the condition of some not for strangers from which letter you are initiating, for Q or for P. I hope this is clear with the help of this example. So let me tell you a very simple explanation once again for the same category. Let's say you are having the sentence given like some A are B and no B is C, correct? And you have given some conclusion. The very first conclusion is some A are not C, and the another conclusion like some C are not A. As I said that it matters a lot that from where you are initiating from A and C. Both are having the different sense. It is quite clear with this example. Okay, so what I will do, how I will check out. First of all, I will notice this is a condition of some not for A and C in both the things. Now I will check out A and C are known circles or A and C are strangers. I notice that A and C are strangers. Quite okay. Alright, no issue. But even if A and C are strangers, I will check out only if there is a cross existing in my Venn diagram, because without cross, some not cannot be concluded. I notice, yes, here is a mediator cross existing. Okay, now here starts your learning. If you get confused that some A are not C or some C are not A is correct. Between a stranger, there is always one circle existing who gives no. Like this no is because of this B. Because you are checking about A and C. So which one is a mediator circle? Bharat, just give me 1 second, student, okay? Just listen it. It will resolve here this query also. So you are checking about A and C. Between A and C, which circle is mediator? Tell me, write the name. Yes, Lakshmi, it is B. And this mediator circle will always be connected, which show always some sharing, either with some or maybe with all. Okay, so this mediator is connected with one of that circle. You have to start your answer from there only. It will be correct. If you are not starting your answer from there, it is wrong. It will help you. If you get confused for this checking that some of the area of A is inside B and that's why some A are not C is correct. So reverse will be wrong. If you cannot judge this thing, just go ahead with this methodology that we are checking about A and C. A and C are strangers. Between A and C, find out the mediator which gives no. Here the mediator is B. This B is connected with A. So my answer will start from A only, not from the other side. That's the last thing, student. Is it clear to you or not? Understand? Thank you so much, student. So that's all about this topic. That's it. It was difficult. I don't think that it is difficult. It seems to be a very complicated one. But if we talk about the learnings, there are only few things. Now again, second one is wrong because it is not initiated with A, it is initiated with C. Yes, here you check with connections. Okay. So, student, as I said in the very beginning here in this example, Nagendra, that if you are saying some A are B, the reverse some B are A will be correct. But for some not, it is not applicable. Then the explanation of second can be given from here with this example. Just learn this thing and automatically you will understand the second one. See, if I am saying that P is 1, 2 and Q is 1, 2, 3. Because of 3, you can say that some Q are not P. But tell me, can you say at the same moment that some P are not Q? No, you have to say it is all P are Q. It makes you understand that the reverse of some not is not necessarily true. Now let me come to this thing and let me give you one imaginary Venn diagram. Let me tell you one imaginary Venn diagram. I always ask you to convert with the help of the confirmed Venn diagram so that you will not get puzzled, okay, why we have to consider some extra confusion. But there can be possibility for this kind of Venn diagram. Let me tell you, the imaginary Venn diagram, the possibility. This is a question of banking examination, but not for your, but you are having curiosity, so that's why I'm explaining to you. The Venn diagram can be like this. Just look at this Venn diagram. The thing is, statement should remain correct. Here are also correct. Can you see this thing? Which is, some A are B. Yes, some A are B. It was, no B is C. Yes, no, B is C. But what happened? The entire area of C is inside A. So it is all CRA. Is still sum of the area which is common for B, this shaded portion of A which is common for B will never be similar to C. So that's why you will say sum A are not C. Now what happened? The second one is wrong here. So conclusion which is wrong sometime, which is correct sometime, is not a conclusion. That's why I said to you, don't get puzzled. In fact, just think it in a simpler way, because these imaginary possibilities are not a part of your examination. Just learn one simple thing. This is the last thing, student, that the reverse of sum naught is not necessarily true. You have to check out the reverse of sum naught. It's not mandatory. You are checking out things sum naught for stranger circle. For those stranger circle, there exists a mediator. The mediator is connected with one of the circle. If you are starting your answer from there, you are always correct. From reverse, it is always wrong. That's it. Yes, Vaibhav, you are correct. That's the last thing. Now some keywords, student. The meaning of some keywords. Now you can attend the quiz part. If you notice any problem, tell me in the next class, okay? That's really good, student. Now let me tell you some keywords. All A are not B. The meaning of all A are not B is some A are not B. Okay? Only A is B. The meaning of only is all, first of all. But when you convert only as all, you have to interchange the positions. All B are A. This is the meaning of these two keywords. For only, you will convert it as all, but you will interchange the position of B and A. For all not, you will write as some not with the same position of A and B. That's all, student. Any query you have? It's already 2-3. So you were right, 2-hour class was needed for this chapter. Okay. Question, figure pattern questions. Shubham, non-verbal is included in your syllabus. In fact, in NTPC examination, statement related question and figure related questions are there.